So, back in the creation station, and slowly organizing through some of the stuff I made. And here's all the little shirts made out of scrap fabrics, and then a bunch of tie-dye, and a belt, big old belt, and it's adjustable, and all these are completely handmade. And these are the funnest to make. Just use a scrap piece of wood, kind of like a loom. I suppose it is a loom of sorts. And just washed my face in the rain, and it was so nice. It's raining quite effectively, and been away for a week, so I have a lot to weed and clear when the weather does. But for now, focusing on downsizing and just keeping stuff that I'm currently using, because I love finding new stuff to work with, so I don't have to be so, I don't know. So, working on I need to find a box. I got this, I'm guessing from the 80s. And I'm guessing he was a puppet of sorts. But really, I love him so much. And got this little Care Bears plaque, wood. And the images on the back also. And then, of course, I got boxes of jewelry of all different eras, kinds, styles. And this, I think I might, don't want to sell this, but I think I might give it a shot. It's 3 uncut Valentine's Day cards from 1971, DC Comics. So let me find a box or a basket to start filling. Don't know. Let me think. Just gonna start little baskets. And slowly getting through organizing the rest of the shelves. I still have a big bin outside I have to grab, but let me just show what I've got going. I also have to print a wheel for this, and then I can finally use my paint or tape dispenser. And the shelf has been life-changing. Still can't believe like $60 for a freaking metal shelf. What is with these times? But nothing is wood anymore, which, you know, I understand. The particle board in Florida doesn't really work very well. Hello, huge crew fan and Surjit Singh. Hope you're having a beautiful day. And these are all the cat size I've found throughout the years. All different sizes. Now these are the little doors that protect sea snails. And these are the insides of shells, but they make the perfect beads. I get really excited when I find these, and they're so small. So when I'm floating around, it's really hard to pinch them. I just found this. I like when coral starts growing on things. That's a nice piece. I'm gonna try to get a core bit for my Dremel, so I could finally drill some holes. Because usually I just find stuff with holes already in them, and like these are kind of more interesting. Like, look at that. How cool. And like, these are perfect spots to add shells or pearls. Oh, emergency alert. Wow. Have a tornado drill or a tornado alert. And then this is little pieces of that jingle shell, which I have up here. What was I gonna put in this? Something big for this. And I don't find any of these, but these are always such a treat to find. The textures, the colors, incredible. What did I come up? Oh yeah, jingle shells. And they're nice and shiny and make really good wind chimes. Same thing with tarpon scales. And a bunch of turkey wings, the most I've ever had. And the shells really do look like little turkey wings. What part of India are you from, if you don't mind me asking? India is one of those places that I feel like if I were to visit, I don't know if I'd be able to leave. It is so beautiful. Every photo, all the life, all the colors. I can't imagine how all the smells are just filling the air. The respect of spices. Well, always have my respect for real. Oh my god. Like, I feel like it's pretty on point to say that I understand when people go on spiritual hiatuses. Is usually India you hear. It's like Kashmir. Oh, the roses. I believe it's the most beautiful valleys in the world. And I love that so much that they wanted to build on it. And they were like, hell no. But you could throw some houseboats if you want. And that's how you got all those gorgeous houseboats. From my understanding, I could be totally wrong. And, peanut oil. Gonna start cooking outside. And, fishing. Fortunately, I know a lot of people who hunt, but unfortunately, I don't think I can do it. I grew up fishing, and so I'm quite used to it. And on our coast, we got pretty much anything you could possibly need: tuna, wahoo, sea bass, grouper, snapper, all different kinds, and the bluefin tuna. One not too long ago, 888 pounds. Caught off the coast of Destin. I can't believe it. So this is the Coastal Angler magazine. Tuppence no longer prints out the tide charts, but they're in here. And you could always look up the tide chart online, but they're really good to know. And they change every single day as a cycle. And for instance, tide going in, you want fresh, beautiful seawater, perfect swimming, high visibility, a lot of life. Tide going out, Lake Worth Lagoon. In Lake Worth, they spill sewage into Lake Worth Lagoon. It should be highly illegal. When that tide goes out, it does suck through, and it's one of the most world-renowned dive spots, and it's just under this bridge. It's a gorgeous place, and plan on filming and capturing it every weekend to better document the creatures there. We're hitting the months of lobster season, so lobsters have been popping up, and they're so beautiful. The Florida lobster, gorgeous color, and we have tons of different sea urchins down there. Have the ones with the thick, kind of ceramic feeling spines, and then ones with spines like this long. And the classical sea urchins, gorgeous. Starfish, the starfish are surreal. We have the big ones. We do have the ones that are like grayish blue and have like 7 to a lot of legs. And I actually framed one. Let me go grab that. It's a little dusty. But this starfish, oh, I'm sorry. There's a daddy long-legged spider in it. This, which don't kill them, because out here in the swamps, the mosquitoes are very bad, and they are such helpful creatures. They spin very wispy webs, kind of looking like dust. However, the house could get full of mosquitoes, and within 5 minutes, they're all caught. So they're very close friends. And this is one of the starfish, and let me zoom in. Well, here, let me flip her around. And you can see it was eating its last meal, which is one of these. Well, here, okay, let me get this. Hello, Brian, now. And we're Raynon living in Norway. Norway's gorgeous. That's another place that, gosh, the photos are just so picturesque, idyllic. Someone from one of the Vajrayana Buddhist centers, I know, I believe, moved his family to Norway, which is his origin. And so I'm going to grab 2 examples. That's it. He's eating a shell. How cool is that? And you can kind of see his colors, because I spray painted this with dollar store gold spray paint probably like 10 years ago. And let me tell you what, this was not easy to bike back, keeping it flat. And then I had to, it was so gnarly, honestly. I had to rehydrate it, as in soaking it in water. A rotting starfish soaking in water. But we have some really beautiful shells here. This is my personal favorite olive shell I've ever found. Just never seen a lot of variation, because they're usually quite pale. But I'm very excited. I want to make a felt. And then these, I only have found a few of these in my life. I call them cow shells. Let's see if I can find a vivid. Well, this one's broken, but you could kind of see the print. Some of them look just like cow print. Here's a small one. Let me flip it around again. Doesn't that look like cow print? And Singer Island, big boys. So I'm very excited, because I really needed some more real estate for some mosaics. If I could find it. I've got a little buffet going. This is what I use for resin. And like you can see in the crucifix, all the different stuff. And his head is flower. A flower. Pink flower. One of these. But this is what I really want to start making. And I want to make them for every school of thought. And I have tons of old books and magazines to get figures from. Like a Kamadenu shell. And it's filled with resin, so it's flush against the shell. So if you drop it, it's not going to break. These little bits might break off. I don't want to drop it, but got some flowers in it. And what else? Slowly getting through everything. All supplies, so it's very difficult to try to figure out a good organization flow, but got tons of stuff ready for market. Tons of stuff here. This is the stuff I'm working on now. Kind of mermaid salvage, if you will. And I know shipping is rough globally, worldwide, but I'm always looking for new shells, seeds, any little bits or things to incorporate into jewelry. Slowly getting my desk cleared again. Oh, yeah. Look at it. I'm telling you, my hometown is magic. And so I'm looking for a car, a used car. Honda Civic, because I know a lot of people that work on them, and I always loved seeing what people do with them. And I have zero interest in any form of new cars. I like old Cadillacs personally. I think it's Cadillac 5th Avenue. This, a woman gave me when I was a child. And I'm downsizing my crystals because I only want a few. I have so many collections from years of living in a little artsy coastal town. But I just have too much. Like, I really don't need this agate slice at all. I'm gonna clean it. I'm just gonna wipe it up. And, got some more onks made. All handmade, all resin. And I place every piece with tweezers. And I can do silver tone. I just need a little bit of preps. I could find some to order. Started working on some. Haven't got all the weaves in though. Kind of went out of town in the middle of a bunch of projects. I don't know where I left off. Oh, there they are. Good. Bracelets. I really, really like making these. So I'm gonna put this on my drawing here. Oh, I did grab this photo album from my parents' house. I'm going to bring it back, but I really wanted to show you my simple little Florida family. Alright, let me get this. Okay, I got all these shells on the floor still, because this was a storage room, and then slowly gained access to use it for a creation station, because unfortunately I do need a lot of room. My gorgeous. That's my grandma. That's her big farm family from Minnesota. Isn't that incredible? That's Red, the only son. And he passed away. He was a oil tanker. And a pregnant woman fell asleep behind the wheel and he swerved to avoid her and he passed away. I used to have a jar of the glass from his windshield. That's my grandma. My grandma. Oh, no, not my grandma. Some of her sisters look very similar. And a gorgeous church. I wonder where that's from. There she is. And my grandpa colored this image. As well as this one. There's a crack in the wall. Which is my grandpa. He was a sheriff in the 70s. And my grandma was in the Marines. That's her. She was very cool. I miss them a lot. Aw. Little Florida family. She's dead now. It's my cousins. We're military. That's her. And my grandpa was a photographer, and she developed film. So I'm sure either her mom. Love that sweater. She would go up to Minnesota. Can you tell? Oh, I wonder who that is. No. Oh, my mom. Oh, that's one of my favorite pictures. It's so just perfect. And there's not many pictures of my grandma smiling. Unless she's in Minnesota. Then she's all smiles. But she was a tough. Her dad was, gosh, in his 30s. They all lived on a small farm. That's my Aunt Sue. She died recently from a freak accident. She was outside, probably calling me or my mom, and fell and hit her head on a parking stone, which caused her to fall into a coma. my grandma. Not my Uncle Rob. That's his bands. A few of my family members have bands. My Uncle Johnny is in Die Stinkin'. I don't think they're together anymore, but local Lake Worth legends. Uncle Rob. 80s. Uncle Dan. We call him Mad Dog. That's him. Uncle Rob. And look, there's me. That's so funny. I bet there's a bunch of Conway Twitty CDs. Oh, Uncle Mike. I sold all my fishing poles. Oh, my cousin Donna and Aaron. Donna again. Oh, there's me. And my mommy. There's my mom. Best human ever. That's my cousin Aaron. And all these pictures are quite old. Fortunately, no modern ones. They died quite some time ago. That's my grandpa. That's my dad. Me and my mom. There's me. Me, Donna, and Aaron. Look at that gorgeous sweater. Look at that one. Me and my cousin. Culturally appropriating Esmeralda from Hunchback of Notre Dame. We lived one, so we know him. I'm sorry, it's genuinely impossible to get me to give any form of shit. I love every human, every inch of this planet is gorgeous. There's me, my dad, and my mom. Aw, the whole family. The Winston shirt. There I am. I didn't think time was gonna go by so fast. Oh, Terry! Terry! It's my Uncle Terry. My friend Roberto and John Calls was able to go to the funeral with me. He always had the best jewelry. Some people, I'm not exactly sure. Oh, I missed that table. 222. God, it's like physically painful. Oh, there's Uncle Johnny. And Terry. And my grandpa. And Donna. Told y'all, interesting. He's like Uncle Johnny. He was in Die Stinkin', a local punk band. My cousin Donna. That Alkaline Trio shirt, or Misfits. Oh, I miss this place so much. I don't know why they sold it. My Aunt Nancy. She is the most impressive woman I've ever met. When she was younger, she wanted to be a nun, and she was like, that might be a bit much. So she became a school teacher, and then she became a lawyer, and then she became a realtor. I'm sure I'm missing some in between. And even at like 80 years old, she'll still crawl under a basement to rip the plumbing out. And she is my grandpa's sister. Oh, cool photos. Very thankful I grabbed these. Oh, my grandma. They died really young. Big Pharma, and that's why they're my mortal enemy. Anyone lining their pockets with prescriptions deserves to be sent to fucking an island. Nothing but salt water. That's Mitzi. And that, oh my god, Ripple. And I'm kidding, of course, I don't wish harm on any living soul. However, people lining their pockets, prescribing things people don't need to just retire. Get a fucking hobby. Stop killing people. Beautiful. I love old Christmas tree pictures so much. Oh, I have this picture! That's the painting of my mom. Right there. Cool. My grandma and her, she always had these like awesome cars. I'm not sure if this one's a Cadillac. I can't really tell. I'm not the most knowledgeable about cars, but this is the Mercedes. This is the ship that crashed in a woman's backyard in Palm Beach. And my grandpa had to guard it throughout the night. A bunch of cats came off of it. Very cool story. The Mercedes. Oh god, the pictures on the next page are a little embarrassing. My grandma and grandpa, best humans on the planet. Yours too. Your grandma and grandpa's too. This is my mommy. It's just like, oh boy. My cousin Donna and I. This is in Georgia, Atlanta. Here's my mom and I gotta get a screenshot. The picture's great. I have to say, I do not remember my mom having brown hair. God, if I could go back. It just sucks. Time really goes fast. I'm always like, we live once that we know of, because I was always surrounded by family, and then one day I wasn't. And I was the only child. It's so apparent, because it's like, house is full of people, then no one. That's me. My pod pants. Oh, Sabrina and Dylan. And there's me. And I do have an extra picture if anybody, for some reason, with like an iconic and autographed childhood picture of yours truly. Don't know why anyone would want that, but there are two. And a red telephone, patchwork dress. And it's me. I used to have a big old gap in my teeth. And it's also me in a tree. And Chrissy took this picture. Shout out to Radix Verum. Is that it? Yeah. Well, thank y'all for joining me on that, because I'm probably gonna film it going through that again. It's just so depressing. Time really does move at impossible speeds sometimes. And my family, older generation, tons of kids, tons of siblings. Younger generation, still tons of kids, tons of siblings, but less. And then our generation, like, there was like dozens of siblings and cousins, but mine, there was only 3. Me, Donna, and Aaron. And my friend Dylan, who I've known since before I was born, so he's the closest thing I'll ever have to a brother. And I do have 2 half-sisters. However, I didn't find out they existed until I was like 14. And, which turns out that happened to my illegitimate brother recently. Pretty funny. But our parents were kind of like disco. Parents partied. Like, it was the 80s. That's what they say anyway. It was the 80s. Wild stories. Wild stories. But I'll let them talk. I'll let them tell them. They've been brushing up to the fact that YouTube is a golden place, a great place to share all kinds of experiences. And what was I going to put in them? I have this big, beautiful jar, and I totally forgot what I was going to put in it. Can you see it? I was going to use it to work out my roast. I had it full of spent rice. However, there was a weird chunk in the rice, and I didn't want to get any bugs. I also have a nice collection of rocks, sea rocks. These are shells that I use for dishes, for incense and stuff. Beautiful rocks. Very interesting rocks. Some aren't hags or Odin stones, but they're just so, like this one. Look at it. Is that not? This is just me. And this had this weird channel carved into it. It's nice and flat, feels nice. And this is a shell that's been taken over by this stone-like growth. Very notchy. I think that's something else. Very notchy. And like, how cool would this be if you needed a weight? How cool would it be to hang this from something that you needed a weight? And these are all the Odins. And it's concrete floor. But it's perfect for occasion station. And starting to downsize my little crystal collection. I'm gonna use all these like wire wraps and stuff. I think that's the only one besides this palm stone that I might keep, because they're too big for jewelry and quite special. I got these at a local farm that I used to sell my jewelry at. And they had way more spectacular pieces of this labradorite. However, I really liked the shape of it. It was just such a nice shape. And in the natural sunlight, it's really beautiful. And I don't buy many new crystals. I kind of just let them fall in front of me. But these two I did pick out. And this kind of reminded me of a dragon egg. I've never seen that, where the points are completely smoothed into this polished egg shape. I just think that's really interesting. Like, you could see the points. Really taken by this one. And the rest are just like, little things. But I got a big bag of egg soup here. A monster amount of gorgeous scallop shells. East and West Coast, Florida. And some aren't complete. However, this will look so nice. Soldered. So that's what I'm trying to prepare now. I got a bunch of frags. So I'm thinking these wrapped in copper tape and soldered like stained glass is going to be really nice. Excuse me. And I was just getting acclimated back to town. I put all the crystals in. Just I use like too much stuff. This is really nice though. I used to have quite an extensive collection of Gloria angels. And so I think that I could find a home for her. And yeah, just I don't know where to start. Usually I have like friends helping me going through stuff, but it was just too far. And politics has just consumed everyone. I don't know what else to say. All of my friends who know me know that I use 99.9% of my like juices to make things. I rarely leave my room, and when I do, it's for the ocean, or it's walks or bikes or anything outside. But because I defended Gonzalo Lira, who still did not deserve to go out like the way he did at all, and will never waver from that, because I've cycled through every thought like I possibly could, and maybe I didn't. I don't know. I still don't wish harm upon anybody, and like just very very odd experience, and saying like I don't know. I don't even know how to like verbalize. But my patients have. Oh, I didn't put that back. I didn't put the light thing back. My patience is just like not what it used to be, I suppose, because I'm just like, dude, what are you even on about? And but kept backtracking to the fact that like ideology, dude. If like someone has a different ideology, they don't deserve to expire. I don't know why that's like out of the realm of just normal human, like I don't know. I don't know. But I'm really stuck on it. And I say it over and over again, because all Lyra and I are probably polar opposite human beings. And I mean, he's not even on this earth anymore, which that's not okay. It really isn't. And what's not okay, like, is the part where everyone was like, good riddance. Like, I get that, like, really unfair, unjust corruption happens. But when the people are like, yeah, good riddance. Oh, no. No. No, 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 no. I will say my piece and then kindly leave and to never be seen by people like that again. Because then what? When the accepted opinion changes, now good riddance for this group or that group. I don't do groups. Don't do groups at all. And like sitting there claiming all these cultures, but then saying like I am this because I what the fuck? What the fuck? Like I'm really taken by it, and it's just really disappointing because like defending yourself always makes it feel worse, I guess. I don't know. Because I was just laying all these labels on me when I'm not even at all aware of the inner workings. I don't talk about politics. I have no political leaning because I don't look at the stuff. I stay away from politics because I don't know if it spreads Lyme or not. And Lyme disease is a big deal. But for real, I just don't. There's zero anything that has any form of interest. So, unfortunately, my mind, it doesn't exist in my mind. And I'm not exaggerating. My mind is like this shit. Yeah, that's how I feel right now. I don't know what I was drawing. But, yeah, I'm always working on stuff. And I tried to get into, like, keeping up with the news and all that. I'm trying to learn how to draw these flowers, and it's not going well. But, you know what happened? Stopped sleeping and I stopped eating. Because the world is screwed. Always has been, always will be probably, especially if you look really close. That's why you gotta make sure yourself is good. And stay happy and content. Do not feel pressured to push people away. Do not feel pressured to do anything that ignites any form of, like, I truly believe that leading others to suffering is just the worst thing one could spend their time doing. But that doesn't count with politics, and like everyone has to be fit into a box. And then, I mean, a few months ago, my friend, because I was just like, look, just pretend I'm completely ignorant, because I am, in regards to this. And then he said that, or he texted me that he hates a neutral ass bitch. So much for love and kindness. Like, I just don't get it. And it doesn't matter how much, like, it's just the idea, the seeds have been sown, like, and my words are useless. And, like, people that have known me for over a decade are, think that they have, it's very strange. And, I don't like the whole us and them thing. I'm an only child, and my name is Jaime. Me. I'm the only one that exists on this planet. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, unfortunately. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm rambling. But I just love every human. And I love my friends dearly. They're my family. And always will be. But right now, I just have to keep to myself, focus on the ocean, and no humans that I know personally. Because tensions are so high that people are just destroying friendships and relationships just so they could say their talking points. And it's like, I really don't care. And it's not, I'm not trying to be rude. It's like I don't hear it. And it's like we'll be talking, and then it switches, and it's like I can't hear it. I can't hear it. It's like when I'm out, there could be thousands of people, and if you observe, it's, I don't see the people. I only see the things. Because, I don't know, maybe I'm just like a master at minding my own business, but, and there's a lot of, like, unjust things happening, and unless it's, like, in a box, it's deemed, what did he say? Oh, he kept calling me a white conservative. White conservatives like you. White conservatives like you. I wasn't even registered to vote until, like, I was pressured into it. And, because I wouldn't know who I'm voting for. I'm not kidding when I say I spend my time on this earth filling my mind with interesting things. And if it doesn't interest me, I can't focus on it. It doesn't exist. It just doesn't exist. And I like the symbolism, and I like seeing all the insignias and things. Like, that's as political I get. But, and I don't know. And I really did put a lot of effort into being prepared for this voting season. However, I know I'm not. And I have nobody to discuss anything with, because you try to, and they just like, and they don't see it. I don't know why they don't see it. And like, nobody's opinion is more valid than another person's opinion, because nothing is for certain. Ignorance isn't bliss, because you're not even worried about learning anything, so you're not challenging your mind. Ignorance is bliss because you don't know anything for sure. And I'm not going to like drive a stake in the ground and defend something that I don't even have a connection with. There's just no way. And I don't know. So, political people, if you see this, I'm a lost cause. Don't even bother. Don't even bother. I won't open a link. And if I do open a link, I'll be like thinking about the beads on my desk. It's just, for some reason, I was born without the compartment to filter through all this stuff. And I really appreciate people who do, like my friend Radix Farum, and like my friend Mark, who I really value, because they are paying attention. And we all have our biases. You just gotta be aware of that. You don't even have to sift through anything. Awareness is key. Clarity is king. But awareness, I think a lot of times it is a choice. And every single human being is so different, and wants different things, listens to different things, eats different things. No one's the same. And like, everyone's like solutions are like these one size fits all sounding things that just, and like, I don't think people are paying attention at all. I think people are so stuck on the details and meaningless jargon that they're not paying attention at all. And very few people are, took a step back that it was just like, have fun with all that, because, there's fish in the ocean, there's sun in the sky. And like the hatred that's being like planted in everybody's souls. I'm so glad I was born without that, because I can't imagine yelling at a stranger on the street at all for any reason. And like, if I did, I would think about it for months to years later. Like, only thing I would yell at a stranger is, "Oh my god, those shoes are so cool!" I'm not. Yeah. I don't know. My phone didn't really work at my parents' house, so really processing a lot of new information, because this wretched era, I really do love our times. It's just getting so tense. And my friend just got back from a fishing trip with his family in the Bahamas, and everyone was stopping him when they found out they were Americans, to say, "The hell is happening over there?" And I'm on tandem a lot, so I get that a lot. I hear it a lot. And it's just self-imploding. Like, people are just happy to do it. Like, happy to push people away. So happy to attack others' beliefs. So happy to attack others' opinions. But when theirs is questioned, they cry like little bitches. Alright, so I want to pay no mind, except it's just, I can't even remember. I mean, I'm all smiles, but like I can't remember the last time I smiled inside, like internally. And I just don't know. And like Lake Worth, the crime has always been pretty intense. However, every night, multiple police helicopters. And I'm here. But I think I'm going to, hello! The, I don't know. Code Lock, you're very lucky. He gets the ultimate, it's just, voting season is never fun. And, because everybody's really tense and like, full hate. That's all I can think. Drive me nuts. I'll just stay inside and outside. Go friend with people. Because there's like, octopus at Blue Heron, which are highly intelligent creatures. So surreal. Incredible fish. Did I told you my birthday. On the show. I really feel like 888-pound bluefin tuna. How would you even get that on the boat? If I got something like that, I'd be like Old Man in the Sea. It would just be nothing but a carcass. But this is what I want. As close as it'd be to see or to hook a bluefin, especially at big fish. I'm after these blackfin tuna. Gorgeous. Marlin, mahi. Mahi's my favorite. Look-wise, aesthetically, the most gorgeous colors. Oh, wow. So blue and green, really beautiful. And mahi, dolphin-like fish. And the reason why they call them dolphin is because they're known to swim in front of boats and sailboats, just like porpoises do, and dolphin. Porpoise is the one with the short nose, and dolphin has the bottleneck. I could be wrong, but that's what I understand. Wahoo, kingfish, hermit, tarpon. Tarpon's edible, but the scales are really intense. And I was told that their meat is mushy, but I don't think I've ever seen it. And cobia. Snappers are gorgeous, especially the red snappers. That color is just so classic. And sand perch, jacks, Did I say permit? Sometimes I see people with buckets of milk on the coast, and when they catch a permit, they'll clean it right there. Get a milk. Snook. Oh. Here's mine. In the boat. Just strewn. Sorry. This country can't make no damn real food anymore. So I'm about to go back to my roots. So you'll be looking at Master Beta Jaime Lyn pretty soon as I get a pool. Coblock and I both have our saltwater and freshwater licenses already. And I would show you. It's got some nice. This one doesn't have Guy Harvey. It's a different artist. Got already though. I forgot. But really nice to have. And the proceeds goes to keeping full season stuff. Well, I think it goes a lot of different places, but and it's never. I never see getting a fishing license as a waste because there are like systems in place to keep the waters good. At least they try, and that's why I'm not even gonna say it because it seems like. You know what? I'm not gonna say it. I'm too afraid. Say what you will about DeSantis, but at least he's protecting our farmlands. Farmers are getting so screwed. Farmers and truckers. I live in an area that's quite rural and agricultural. A lot of truckers, semis. They park them. It doesn't bother anybody. Maybe the prudes that have been moving in doesn't bother anybody. They now have to park their trucks miles away and pay for parking, and then have to drive there at like 4 in the morning whenever they have to get up to bring food and supplies across the nation. That's disgusting. Truckers, farmers, I don't know how they fell to the back of the line, but they're pretty damn important. And like I read something like someone, I don't know who they were talking about, I really don't. I don't know what an AOC is, but I think someone like did a fake quote, and it just reminds me so much of like how, like, because I often say like a lot of people, I feel like they think the streets repair themselves, and all people that like I just, but same thing with like who needs farmers when you could go to the store for groceries. I know that's like a fake quote. I don't know. I don't even know what AOC is, but when I heard that, I was like, oh my god, it's like, that's it. It's really it. And like, it used to bug me so much when farmers were seen as like simple-minded or something. Farming is something I would never be able to do. I don't have the brain power for it, the mental bandwidth to the amount of numbers. I would say it's mostly numbers. If there's one thing off, the crop, if it doesn't succeed, it's so important, and that's why there are farmers. But and then I hear like my friends like their whole like idea for anarchy and like kind of like dismantle everything, and I'm very upset right now, so I'm gonna have to keep my mouth shut actually, because everyone talks a little shit, especially about the ones they love, but it just doesn't seem like that much thought. Or there's something else. There's something not genuine. It's It's really heartbreaking. There's something not genuine. And like as if the country's not full of millions of people. And then what? When it's all dismantled, and then what? Well, all this good stuff goes here, and all the people get to do art and music and orgies. Panama, excellent fishing, gorgeous, people beautiful. Panama. I'm scared. I am. I'm also scared for myself because I know I could stash myself into a column of cement and just like meditate a few days away, but like I don't know. I think my mission to put groups together has died, and I think what my only focus is going to be fishing and providing food for my loved ones. And we have the best fishing here, so it's not like I'm not very excited. I know not a single one of my friends will have any interest. They actually find it quite gross, and even though they all eat seafood. What the fuck happened to this world? So anybody who fishes, enjoys the outside, doesn't say dumb shit like they hate being outside, hit me up. Alrighty. A lot of fish down there. Tuna. God damn, I'm very upset right now. I don't like being upset. But, go on. Like, anytime I want to talk to any of my friends, I know I have to sit through a political dialogue. And if you say, I don't care, oh, you don't care that there's this, and that. It's like, dude, all I talk about is how my bank account closed. I haven't been able to go to a doctor in 5 years. Starving. My parents' health is declining. Everything hit. Alright? And it's just, I don't get it. And, you can't judge anybody based on their appearances or how they present themselves. That's all a choice. But I'm just so disappointed. And I know they're probably disappointed in me for whatever idea they have that they think I think, which I'm not going to defend myself anymore. People want to think whatever they will. And, natural born people pleaser, but I'm so spent. And I just really cannot wait for this year to pass. And whatever happened will happen. But the population is so stressed and so stretched, except on the coast, and that's why I'm staying there. Okay, I'm gonna go because I'm just like a bundle of stress now. It's just everyone is falling apart. There's a lot of political heat in here, especially here in America, and it's just, I know we're a bunch of spoiled idiots over here, believe me, I know, but I didn't think it was going to be like downright humiliating. So I just thank God that I am in Florida, and I will never leave Florida again, ever, ever, ever. I am very sorry to my beautiful state that I tried moving for 3 months. It didn't work. I woke up very confused in Florida. I will die here. And I love my fellow Floridians. A bunch of wild, forever children down here. And we're used to having to come together every couple of years for storms. And it's a very it's a very good culture down here that the older I get, the more and more I really do respect it. And I've always been obsessed with my home state and hometown. And when I moved, how I got there is I just threw a map. I had this big map of America from a Marlboro catalog. No, a National Geographic, an old National Geographic. And it was like from the 20s, maybe 40s. Can't very much remember. My middle school threw away hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of boxes of National Geographic, and each one had a few issues in it. And these are very old to relatively recent. And I called my dad, and he came up with this truck, and I was able to get them all in the truck. There was no way. I was in like 5th grade too, and I was like, there is no way that these are going in the garbage. These are like where I get all my information. Because it's a little Catholic school. I was very into archaeology. Anything that was from the past. So I'd have to dig through the library because it was all, Catholic-friendly books. I did find one about Buddhism, which led me to the Vajrayana temple that I go to this day. And the National Geographics were a surefire way to learn of a new culture, of a new time period. And my heart sunk so fast seeing them in a big pile, because that was like what I looked forward to in school was library time so I could grab a National Geographic. And but I was very surprised. I was shocked that I was able to bring myself to ask. I was very timid when I was younger, and they said yes and let me call my parents, and my dad came with the truck. And we still have a few, like laying around, but they still have a ton of them. But anyway, I'm gonna eat something because I haven't done that yet today, and not think about. It's getting closer to that moment, the big moment, and haven't heard anything on the news, like of any debates or anything. So I don't know how it could be this much in the air. Like, is it that much of a joke? It is, I know, it is. I've known that. It's just, if you even dignify your instincts with a glance, you'll know it's a joke. And it's very humiliating. But wouldn't change for the world, because here, and the coast is only so far away. If anybody has a paramotor, pay back eventually. Just kidding. But anyway, love y'all. I genuinely do. Hello, Gorilla Pinnacle. There's so much negativity in here. And I'm a little spoiled, because it's usually quite, just mental paradise down here. And chaos. Friendly chaos. It's genuinely friendly chaos. Like, very proud of my county. In Palm Beach County. Losing my mind a little bit. But aren't we all? I think we all are. A good amount. But, yeah, that's just as, that that brings people together just as much as a Florida hurricane. Fuckery. As far as the eye can see, to the point population en masse is just everywhere. And I don't know. I might watch the news today just to see, because I would like to talk to my uncle again. But off limits during voting, because I don't know why people that know me personally expect, I don't know. Stay away from politics. They might carry Lyme. That's all I can say. And until next time, I love y'all. I hope everyone has a perfect day. And I'm gonna try to get a copy of Old Man in the Sea. It's a very short read. A lot of us read it for school, and it's just one of those books that's always stuck to me. There was a long time where I read it every few years. It's just such a short read. Really good, and gets you in the mood to hit that Gulf Stream, and very stoked to be alive. I wish other people can see that they're being played. They are. If you're screaming at strangers on a corner, you're being played. If you're fighting like elites by blocking people from going to work and feed their families, you're being played. And it's so clear, and like it's like textbook. Do not let someone own your rage. That rage is for personal use only. Do not let people own your anger. That anger you have for a reason, and if it's hijacked, then you don't know if you're angry about something internal, something that really does affect, like, I don't know how to put it into words. Just do not let any, like, oh, offending the elites, but then listening to them on who we should hate and why. What the hell is in the food? I'm just gonna get my happy ass down to the coast, get a little fish net. Can't find a fishing pole for the life of me, and unfortunately I don't have $87 to get a new one. If I did, and if I had only that, I would, but I don't, because I live in the middle of the swamps, and I sell handmade jewelry. We're out here. This is swamp. But hoping to get a little thing together so I can bring stuff. And I'm putting this stuff together to leave at my parents. So Facebook Marketplace. It's a very crafty place. And then there's Trash Vintage on Dixie. And I'm going to try to go in there and make some funkier pieces. Some spooky pieces. And bring them in there. And you know, if I make them easy enough, I could just do half and half. I usually do 60-40 for consignment. And because I salvage a lot of my materials, I enjoy making a ton of stuff. Because I'll just sit there and just wire it all. And I really got to get back into that because I haven't made much at all. And I mean, I made $0 and a few crafts, but I need to get serious on that. The internet is vast, but the shipping is always been an issue for me. Again, a little spoiled with that too. I just bring my little sale down to the post office, and then they would put it in a little box, and then they would send it on its way. But then having to like I have a few stamps left. So for small things that don't require a tracking number, I got you. But, and Code Lock does have labels, but I just need a little help with that, I think. And really enjoy bending. That's something I've done since I was 13. And I started vending with the woman who owns the vintage store that I started working at, and I haven't stopped since shortly started vending my own stuff. Once I made hundreds of fortune cookie hair clips, vended those. One year it was all handmade jewelry with salvaged, and that was my best one. People were buying necklaces that had $75 on them. I couldn't believe it. It was just like I was attached to it, and I was like, screw it. And it sold, and like every other piece sold, and only the pieces that had like $5, $7 on didn't sell. And they always say that if it's priced too low, I won't sell. I don't know. Psychologically, I think it's cheaper. So I don't know. I like having a dollar bucket and stuff like that, and things that I could give with purchases, whether it be shell keychains or little worry dolls, incense cones. Got a lot of work to do, but still adjusting to solo bending. And my mom, I might make a video on her doctor, and wretched woman. Put her on all the stuff she doesn't need, to the point she was like falling asleep, can't keep her eyes open. So I went to one of the doctor's appointments. I'm like, look, does she have to be on this? And before he could even get another word out, she looks at him and goes, no. But your dumbass wrote it on a piece of paper and handed it to her. They line their pockets, alright? That's why I can't trust any of them at all. Like, and I've heard them be like, you don't need this, but we can give you, and I'll look it up, and it's like horrific stuff. And they're from the generation that they trust doctors. And you should be able to trust doctors. You can't anymore. Unless they're Ayurvedic doctors. So, everyone lining their pockets with others' demises. Oh my god. Like, my grandpa got pancreatic cancer from Zantac. And he took it every day. Thinking it was like... So if you have heartburn, I think this was for, I'm not sure, actually. A little bit of baking soda. Heartburn. I don't need heartburn medicine. It's just such a, like a fake country now. Because everyone's lining their pockets with the population. And then my friend posted something that this situation is being sponsored by U.S. taxpayers. I'm like, I know you don't pay taxes, but like, people don't have a choice. They don't have a choice to hand over the ignorance is rife. That's all I can say. And I really, really like letting everyone to be their own. But it's getting to the point where it's like attacking people for things they don't even have a choice in, or they go to jail. No one's that stupid. I have to tell myself that. It's just like divisive or something. Or they're being used as devices. It's just really, really off-putting. I don't know. And that's fine. You can think anything you want, but don't practice on your friends. Don't practice on your friends and like label them a thing, and then it's so bizarre. I don't know, but very self-content, so I don't really have much else to say about that, because it's just, I don't know, it's not real, and people are falling for a lot, and, don't let your heart be full of hate. I wish I could just go back to feeling nuts. Because, oh, there's something burning, so, oh, hello, girl, thank you, and, I'm sure you are gorgeous yourself. You don't say gorgeous, you say gorgeous. I'm rambling, we're rambling. I only got to play a few games. I tanked, but I slowly getting back. I really value this for mental elasticity. The reactions, like you could be walking, but like your eyes are looking all over the screen for movement. It's just really, really beneficial in my opinion. And I wish I started playing games way sooner. Well, I wish I started playing Call of Duty way sooner, because, wow, she's a beaut, and I'm not very experienced in games. I played Assassin's Creed Origins for a little bit, and that's how I got used to the modern, because before it was like Tom Clancy and Tomb Raider a long time ago, but like essentially an eon, and I don't know, I really value it. So I'm gonna hop on there, play a few games, wake up, and get back into organizing. I got into a rant, and because it's just like heavily on my mind, and I can't really defend myself to my friends because they're just really dead set on anybody that looks a certain way as of this political leaning, and they're the problem, and the problem needs to be eradicated. And then went on and on about how he's Irish. Make it make sense. It doesn't. As soon as I sense it, bullshit, my brain shuts off and it goes to the better place. What was I working on my desk? Oh yeah. And that's where I go. So find your little place like that. It's like, it's in your own mind, so like you don't even have to go anywhere physically. And because arguments that are dead set can only destroy friendships, because there's no like communication. It's just laying on a bunch of information with zero chance of like responding, and like I've known people like that, and I avoided them because it's just so stressful. Like, I don't know. People get stressed when I start talking about a bunch of like historical sites and stuff that they don't care about. But anyway, I better go, because I'm just gonna keep. It's upsetting. I'm upset. Take care of yourself and take care of your loved ones. We all got this. It's just a little bit of a drag of a time. And when you get out and off the line, like, people are beautiful. People are smiling. People are beautiful. And those are the people I will be with. Drop a hook in the water. Let's get some good food. Let's get some edible food, some undyed food, some unfarm fed food, fish that don't go for giant orange balls food. Where are farmers fish? You have to use giant orange ballers, because they don't. That's what they eat. It's like the farm food. I just think that's silly. I think that's funny, but whatever. There's a lot down there. A lot. And yes, especially if you're in America, I urge you to please look around your surroundings to see what food is available. Because there isn't just food in the water, there's food on the land, there's food under the ground, there's food everywhere. It just has to be found. And I did 50 million different ways, so don't eat something that you shouldn't eat. Because everything's edible, right? But some things are just edible once. I really like that. I hear mycologists say that. And yeah, anyway, happy stress, love y'all. Hope everyone has a perfect day. Before I go on a ramble tangent, I will press OK.